Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì, ìpínlẹ̀ Ẹ̀yẹ́. Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì, ulẹ̀ uyì ní. Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì, ìmọ̀ ti gòkè àgbà o. Ayé ayé a ò láyé ọmọ fáyé.
So that ball rolling. My name is Kyle Divine.
Ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì, ìpínlẹ̀ Ẹ̀yẹ́.
Efforts at making our world a better place to live in got a boost from the global community when in year 2000, the United Nations came up with the Millennium Development Goals that has since run its course and replaced with the Sustainable Development Goals. Ekiti State has again joined the rest of the world to leverage on the benefits of this global initiative. Welcome to Ekiti on the Move. I am Tunji Saliu. Let's start with our quick takes. In focus this week, Ekiti Sustainable Development Goals Projects, bringing back the benefits of global partnerships.
Sustainable Development Goals, or Global Goals as they are otherwise referred to, came into being in 2015 as a more sustainable replacement of the Millennium Development Goals that ran a 15 years course beginning from year 2000. Both MDGs and SDGs are United Nations initiatives to address the conditions common to all mankind on planet Earth, its inhabitants, the people, and its vast resources, with the resolve to making it a better and more prosperous habitation for everyone.
The world leaders met in New York to establish what we call the Sustainable Development Goals. It's also called the Transformational Goals, and it's with the slogan of leaving no one behind. One of the failures of Millennium Development Goals was that it wasn't inclusive. So they thought, okay, bringing about a new global goals that will last for another 15 years, we have to make it inclusive. And that is why it includes private sector, civil society, individuals, people with disability, so that no one is left behind. So it has a mantra of leaving no one behind, and we have 17 goals and 233 targets and indicators.
No, they grouped the 17 Sustainable Development Goals into 5 P's. And the first P is people, you and me. The second one is the planet. The third one is prosperity. They want people to live in prosperity. We are tired of poverty. And then the fourth one was peace, because people only prosper where there is peace. And then the fifth P is actually the partnership, because you can't do it all alone. The government cannot do it all alone. People cannot do it all alone. We all need to work hand in hand to make sure that the 17 goals, 169 targets, and 230 indicators are achievable by year 2030.
Getting enlisted to benefit from this SDG conditional grant scheme requires a corresponding commitment from the state governments. In Ekiti State, the return of Dr. Fayemi as the governor in 2018 opened another window of opportunity for the state to benefit from this scheme just in the nick of time.
Ekiti has actually missed so many opportunities before its emergence for the second term. If you have a proactive leader, then you can be assured that you will not miss out on things that you should benefit, and that is exactly what happened. We were given only a week to make a presentation and put in our application and everything, but because we have a proactive governor who is always ready to ensure that the lives of the citizens of his state are better, that is why we are one of the beneficiary states that is enjoying these projects.
One of the conditions of conditional grant scheme of this SDG is that government too must contribute at least their own counterpart funding to these funds. And our government from the start of this program has shown willingness, has shown commitment, and have paid their dues, contributed their own counterpart funding to this grant. And that is why it is doable, and that is why it is shortlisted, because of the political will, the commitment, the dedication, and the enabling environment that our governor has created for us. Right now, what our intervention covers Ekiti Southwest local government, Ijero local government, Oye local government, and Moba local government. So we have a total of 65 projects altogether in all these 4 local governments. In Ijero local government, 16 projects, Ekiti Southwest, 16 projects, Moba local government, 19 projects, and Oye local government, 14 projects.
These projects in the area of education include building of new school buildings and renovations of existing structures, supply of school furniture, provision of modern conveniences for pupils, staff and visitors, provision of water through drilling of boreholes, erection of water storage and fetching points, among others.
The area of interventions are health, education, clean water and sanitation, because you can't have quality education where children are not exposed to a kind of amenities. So everything was provided for these children to make the learning environment conducive. There's something they call learn and play. So everything is factored into the schools that SDG actually built in Ekiti State.
dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run Olódùmarè tí ó rántí tí ìjọba rántí wa, ìjọba Fáyẹmí ní àsìkò tí wọ́n rántí wa fún ti ilé ìwé St Andrews National Primary School ti Kore Ekiti. Wọ́n ti parí iṣẹ́ ńbẹ̀. Kíláàsì yẹn náà dẹ̀ ní wọ́n ti ń kọ̀wé ńbẹ̀ láti ìjẹta tí wọ́n ti resume. Primary 6 ti resume. So inú kíláàsì ni wọ́n dẹ̀ lò lénìí láti Monday tí wọ́n ti resume, inú kíláàsì ni wọ́n ń lò. So kíláàsì yẹn jẹ́ 3 àti ọ́fíìsì 2. Inú àwọn ọmọ yẹn dùn, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbàdúrà fún ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Èkìtì pẹ̀lú gómìnà wa. Inú wọn dùn dáradára.
In the area of health, the SDG intervention has complemented the various interventions being carried out by the state government through the Ministry of Health and Human Services, thereby increasing the number of projects in the health sector and improving the overall health indices of the state. Just like in the education sector, interventions in the health sector include building of new health facilities and renovation of existing structures, provision of health equipment and furniture, purchase of brand new ambulances and power generating sets, drilling of boreholes, provision of storage tanks and water points, among others.
We are in Osun, Ekiti, Moba local government area. The intervention that the Sustainable Development Goals did here was to build from the foundation to the finishing stage that we are seeing now, comprehensive health center, also in Ekiti. So we built medical ward, VIP toilet, gatehouse, and the landscaping of the environment. Then an ambulance porch with an ambulance vehicle, so that it will be easier to convey patients that needs further treatment from this location to other parts of the state. There is an existing comprehensive health center in Osun, Ekiti. However, when it was concluded that this project will be built in Osun, we looked at the site where the comprehensive health center is, and the community themselves gave us this land, that because that place is too crowded, there is a lot of issues around that place, and they wanted this project to be on a different location, and that is why we are here. It's completed, 100% completion. We are actually waiting for official handing over of this project to beneficiary, so that they can take it over and run it effectively.
We are very happy. The community is very happy because the job that was done here is 100% perfect. It's in a very good shape, and we are proud of it because the community has some problems with our former maternity center. It is near a trench and a pool of water, and part of it is already sinking. So by the time we appealed to the state government and they constructed this one, we are very happy. The community we are proudly waiting for the day it will be inaugurated. We are proudly waiting. The community will welcome the governor, will welcome people from Abuja, because what they have done for us is what we can never forget in our lives. We are proud of them.
The community inú ìlú dùn púpọ̀. Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa, àwọn àgbààgbà, inú wọn dùn gbà tán irú kan náà, and they are working up to date. Adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo rẹ̀ wò, àwọn ṣe ń wò. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, gómìnà kò ní ṣìṣe, Buhari kò ní ṣìṣe, àsìkò tán ètò alára báyìí, ẹ̀dẹ̀ ètò alára ìṣó ni.
dúpẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe tún bí yìí ṣe, inú mi ti ẹ̀dùn tó àtọ́jọ́ tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ bí yìí ní ya 2002 ibi ò rí bí eléyìí tẹ́lẹ̀. Ìgbà tí mo tó wá da ya 2020 yìí tí mo wá padà wá, mo wá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba pé wọ́n ṣeun o.
I want to appreciate the government of Ekiti State, which the governor, Kayode Fayemi, His Excellency, is representing now. We thank him so much, especially in this community. Now, this health center, like 5 months ago, we know the state of the condition of this health center compared to this time around. The government of Governor Fayemi has really helped this health center. There is water now. With generator, there is ambulance. Even the structure, the appearance is very, very nice now.
The project is a very good something, a very welcome development. We really thank them. We appreciate the gesture. A new delivery couch has been put in place, an ultrasound machine, a solar refrigerator for our vaccines. Even we have put the freezer into use. The whole local government, they've started keeping their vaccines there directly from the WHO Ado. So this is where the local government used to distribute their vaccines. The whole Oye local government, they started using the freezer. Demonstration room for food demonstration. We have a dental unit, the offices, the family planning unit, a very equipped labor room.
Meanwhile, the state is relying on its time-tested and successful community ownership initiative of projects like these to ensure maintenance and sustainability.
It is a lesson we have learned over time that if you want something to last, if you want it sustained, if you want people to take ownership, you need to get them involved. So the first thing we normally do is do like a capacity training for the local government authorities, the people at the local grassroots, that we are bringing these interventions. This is what is expected of you. This is the way you should run it. This is the way you should respond to the request that you want. So when we build their capacity, the KBACs, the community head, the people at the local government will come together and say it is not something that we decide for them. It is community driven. It is not state driven. It is what they tell us that they would need at the local government level that we deliver onto them.
We're going to manage it very well. The chairman head committee is here, and the community will take care of it very well. We have been managing the ambulance, we are warming it every day, and we have been doing a lot of other things. If there is anything they ask us to do, we do it immediately. By the time they hand over the project to us, I know 100% it will be safe and it will be well utilized.
The community effort even brushing the bush, brushing the surroundings. Then àtúnwá rí pé bíbí ṣe wà pẹ̀lú àwọn nǹkan ńláńlá tó wà níbí kò gbúdọ̀ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ lásán because I need security. The community employed securities to take care of this place. Ẹ̀wùrú ambulance látàn gbé fún wa. It's marvelous. Àdẹ̀rí pé à ń manage because à ń láti yan àwọn planning committee.
At the phase of completion of this 2018 that we have just completed, and we are planning to do the handover of the project by next month. We're going to deliver it to all the communities where the local government chairman, the KBACs, the community leaders, and the SDG team in Ekiti, and the SDG team at the federal level will come down with our leaders, the governor of Ekiti State, to do the handover back to the communities. And like I said, the community will at this point take ownership of their projects and ensure that it delivers the services and benefits to the people of the community where we have intervened. We continue to tell our people that development is in phases. And the local government that has benefited now, we definitely will not benefit in the next phase. So we are still going to go around the state, but we are not going to leave anyone behind. The project is going to go round, so no one should feel threatened or feel not included in the benefit of that project. So in the next phase, other local governments will also be considered.
Development thrives where there are integrity, transparency, and above all, the will and empathy to turn the situation around for the people. Ekiti State, under Governor Kayode Fayemi, is in for a good deal. Man and material go hand in hand for effective delivery of mandates. And so, a few days ago, 2 capacity building and induction workshops took place in Ekiti State to ensure that men and women are adequately prepared to do the job. One is at the local government level, while the other is about the new entrants to the officer cadre in the civil service.
Kind of orientation for the political office holders at the grassroots level, that's the local government, and it includes the chairman, the vice chairman, the secretaries of local government, and all the councillors. The whole essence is that when you give somebody a job, or when somebody is just entering a job, he needs to be orientated, he needs to be guided to know what to do, what not to do. You need to know the tenets of the assignment he's having.
For us, when we are coming on board, they have to have organized election like this. So everybody will know its role. So it is a welcome development that the training program is coming at this material point in time.
You know, the present APC-led government in Ekiti State, led by Governor Dr. Kayode Fayemi, has the 5 pillars of development. Here we are trained about the good governance, how to implement agricultural initiative in our local government. We have been taught on how to apply the principles of knowledge economy. We have been taught about industrializations of our infrastructure and industrialization of our local government here. So we believe by the time we return back to our local government, we'll go back there and become better administrators to implement those government policies and programs that will develop the grassroots in Ekiti State.
It's going to change a lot of things because there's a lot of argument, there's a lot of issues. But here they've spelled everything out for everybody to know your responsibility.
Some of us have been in the local government system, and some of us that are presently at the local government system before now did not even know the clarion call we are answering. Some will sit in the office doing nothing, but now it is established that every political office holder at the local government has one or two roles to play.
It's going to be the game changer in the local government system. It's going to be a game changer.
Auditors too, so that I don't really exempt, because we have the same training model.
What we do in our institute is to raise professionals to achieve their expectations.
The purpose of this induction is that we want to get them properly groomed from the beginning. The adage says, if you don't train them, don't blame them. And one thing about the administration of His Excellency Dr. Kayode Fayemi is that he's interested in the capacity building of the civil servants. So right from the beginning, we want to get them on board and they should hit the ground running. This particular induction program is a departure from what it used to be. It's no longer business as usual. This afternoon, we're engaging them in a mentoring session. They are going to have mentors that would follow them up and ensure that they are actually assets to the public service, and they can also have a kind of one-on-one relationship with these mentors to help them in their career journey.
Good examples to be followed in the civil service, and that's why we have some mentors. The mentors are here to encourage them that when they put in their best in the discharge of their duty, for them, they can attain the highest level in their career.
After now, they will be deployed to different ministry departments and agencies where they are going to function. Now, their immediate bosses will be able to assess them. At the end of the year, there's something we call annual performance and evaluation report, which each of them will have to complete, and then their bosses will have to assess. So this is a way that we'll be able to assess their input into the service.
We all know that globally now, innovative and creativity, drive our governmental policies and decisions. So from the lessons and the lecture prepared that we all listened to during the course of the orientation program, we got to know that without creativity and innovation, we cannot go far. And that to also make sure that government developmental programs, lofty ideas are being translated to reality by means of you given leadership direction in an innovative and creative manner.
It changed my mind towards the service. I'm a new person now, definitely, because of what has been imparted into me since Monday.
One of the things we thought about creativity and innovation, I think as an admin officer, we should make a difference in our MDAs. Seminar has been fantastic. It has been one of its kind in Ekiti State.
man, material, and capacity building, Ekiti is getting the mix right. Now, before we go, let us, in our tradition, welcome another investment taking advantage of the conducive environment and ease of doing business in the state to establish in Ado-Ekiti luxury landing apartment. Mr. Governor was there personally to open the business.
This luxury landing apartment is being commissioned this afternoon, 29 September 2020, to the glory of God and the benefit of all its users. Right, luxury landing apartment commissioned by the governor on 29 September 2020. The glory of God and the benefit of the users.
We wish luxury landing a prosperous stay in our dear state. That's our package for this week. Join us for another fresh episode next week. This episode and previous ones are on our YouTube channel, Ekiti on the Move. You can also send your feedback to us via our platforms showing on your screen. At the same time next week, stay safe and goodbye.
Ekiti.